Link building, or link acquisition, is still very much an integral part of every successful SEO program. Google is still a link-based algorithm and relies on links to help find new pages across the internet. I'm Janet Bartoli, SEO expert with over 18 years experience in the SEO industry. In this lesson, we're going to cover the 3 most important aspects to a solid white hat link building program. We'll cover what is link building in the 2020s, link building best practices, and we'll talk about other methods of link acquisition you should consider. First, what is link building? The general definition of link building is the practice of building one-way hyperlinks, also known as backlinks, with the goal of improving search engine visibility. There are a number of common strategies we can apply, including content marketing, building useful tools like a checklist or online tool, and use of public relations or PR. Now, one of the most important things to know is that link building takes time. It takes time to grow and evolve. This is not an SEO activity you do at the very beginning of any SEO program. If you think about SEO as a process, which you should start with analyzing the foundation of the site, focus on the content next, and then consider the link building efforts that the site might need. By following such a process, you avoid acquiring links to pages that might be broken or that might have other site-side problems. Link building should have an established link strategy to determine which types of links are needed and what areas of the site you should be focused on or that need more visibility. When starting a link building program, a backlink audit should be one of the first things done. A backlink audit is very simply a method to understand the links pointing to our competitors' sites and links pointing to our site. We want to identify those that our competitors have and determine whether or not those are worth reaching out to. There's a variety of tools you can use for a backlink audit. Ahrefs or SEMrush both do a great job. Next, we turn to link building best practices. One of the most important things we should understand is quality. What makes up a good or bad link? We need to look at link quality. Now, link quality is determined by a domain's site-wide authority. You can easily see this using either of the tools I mentioned, Ahrefs or SEMrush. For example, an acquired link from Stanford University's website, which is a well-known and trusted university, is going to be considered a high-quality link versus a link from a brand new, unknown online education website. You can use a tool like Ahrefs to determine the quality of a link. Then, once you perform a site audit within Ahrefs, take a look at the DR, or domain rating, which according to Ahrefs shows the strength of a website's backlink profile compared to the others in their database on a 100-point scale. Those that score between 50 and 60 are sites of good quality. Anything above 60 is a very high-quality site. The next most important aspect to a quality link is the relevancy of the site. When it comes to SEO, relevancy is still important, whether it's the content in your site or the topics or themes you want to rank for. When we consider relevance in link building, we have to consider the link from a relevant website to yours. According to a Google engineer, getting a link from a high page rank page used to always be valuable. Today, it's more the relevance of the site's theme in regards to yours. Relevance is the new page rank. Very simply, focus on relevance or relatedness of the site, not in just having a link for the sake of getting a link. Now we'll get into a few of the specific best practices of link acquisition. There is link placement. This is when a link builder performing outreach, they are communicating with other website publishers relevant to the website to have a link placed on a publisher's site. When it comes to link placement, an editorial link is one that can be editorially placed within an existing blog post. For example, if your site is about home improvement and you provide residential door replacement, a link from a home improvement blog that might talk about the various residential door options and questions you'd ask a contractor. Then in that post, you could link back to the home improvement business website, preferably on their residential door replacement services page. Now let's talk about link anchor text. That's the clickable text of a link. Google uses anchor text as a ranking signal. In that last example, you might want to include residential door replacement in that link anchor text. It is descriptive, and it helps the search engine see the relevance from the original publisher's site and the contractor services page. Like anything in SEO, link anchor text can be abused. I do not recommend building links with keyword-rich anchor text all the time. You should vary up the link anchor text you use so that it's not thousands of links all saying the same thing. It just doesn't come off as natural to a search engine. Using a brand's name or even click here are a few options that could work. Now let's talk about follow and do follow links. A no follow link, which is one that the search engines will not follow to your site, does not influence the search engines. No follow links are links with a rel equals no follow HTML tag applied to them. For years, SEOs would avoid no follow links in their general link building practice. Fast forward to March of 2020, and Google announced that they now see the no follow attribute as a hint rather than a directive. Another best practice is quality. The quality of the links are still far more important than quantity. That simply means acquiring hundreds or thousands of links monthly when just prior to this, your site maybe had a few less than 10 links. In total, that could throw a flag up to the search engine that something doesn't seem quite right. Now I'll hit on a few of the traditionally bad practices that you should avoid, starting with a PBN, or private blog network. A private blog network is a network of websites created solely to link out to another website and improve its organic search visibility. The idea is the feeder sites will pass link equity back to the main site, which will boost its authority and, in turn, its ranking power. Using PBNs is seen as an attempt to manipulate the algorithm. Anything that might be perceived as a manipulation of the search engines is not good SEO and should be avoided. Google classes this action as link scheme that violates its webmaster guidelines. This makes it a black hat SEO tactic. There are a couple of malpractices that can harm your website's overall performance and rankings. In the early days of SEO, buying links and buying them in bulk from link farms was a great idea. Since then, Google's webmaster guidelines has included link schemes as part of the things to avoid. Now, buying links can be a strategy, and there are ways to buy backlinks that are acceptable and honored by search engines. These techniques are still effective today and are still being used by established companies. You can buy links through guest posts, sponsored posts, product reviews, niche link placement. Naturally, Google wants you to engage in organic link building, and buying links with money is not a part of any organic link building program. With the release of Google's Penguin update, organic link building is the default option, and buying links from a link farm goes against Google's best practices and can actually get your site de-indexed, which is never recommended. Those are the core basic best practices and things to avoid when it comes to link building. Now we'll turn our attention to my favorite method of link building, or link acquisition, also known as organic link building. Organic link building is creating unique, share-worthy, and yes, linkable content within a site so that other sites related to that industry will want to link to it. This is by far the best form of link acquisition. We can do this by creating infographics, diagrams, charts, or other visual elements that others just love to link back to. Need a few other ideas? Try list posts or listicles, where you list out tips, techniques, or myths. But the key is making something unique that isn't already out there. This gives you the greater opportunity someone will find it interesting enough to link back to. There is also the chance that a big publisher sees your post, links to it, then that post goes viral. Now you're picking up a lot of links very easily without any effort or risk to your site. Another great form of link acquisition is when you collaborate with another similar website like a podcast or a YouTube video or a webinar. And in your bio area, simply adding a link that points back to your website is another great way to acquire good natural links. Ideally, links should occur naturally and over time. They should never be acquired in very large numbers, say hundreds, within a very short period of time, like a few weeks, or from irrelevant, poor quality sites. Just like the traffic you acquire each month on month, those links to your site will also increase over time. To wrap up, by now, you know what link building is in the 2020s. You now have insight into the link building best practices and learned how to determine the quality of a link, and you've learned some bad practices to avoid, as well as how to consider other methods of effective link building or link acquisition. Thank you for learning with me. I'm Janet Bartoli, and remember, when it comes to link building, quality is far more important in the long run than quantity.